Well, it's getting a little bit colder outside and leaves are going to be changing anytime, and that's always a great time of year. But I wanted to encourage you about making Bible skill game out of leaf type of activities. Now, if you were looking through stuff to try to find the leaves, that would make it a little bit more fun. But really, if you had like all the leaves I have written here are on different colors, like this is all the books of law. And the red is all the books of Old Testament history. And then we have poetry and major prophets and minor prophets. So they're all written out here. Now here's a little bit of a tip. We have a Bible Skill Boosters book, and there's a template in the back that really prints onto Avery labels, and you can just print it through the copier, and you've got all of these books of the Bible already written out. Just peel the stickers off and put them on the leaves. Or you could use clear labels from Avery and put them on whatever. It really helps with trying to write all of those out and to be able just to make copies of them. If you ever write that stuff out, you want to just keep that as the master and make copies of it, because it would save you a lot of time. So let's say we're going to try to sort these into 5 different bags. There are 5 divisions in the Old Testament, 5 divisions in the New Testament. We're just playing Old Testament today. So I have 5 bags: law, history, and then the poetry, the major prophets, and then the minor prophets. And the kids have to work together and try to get them in the right one. Now, if you didn't want them to be color-coded like this, you could just get silk leaves and write on those, and they kind of all look alike. Or wouldn't it just be crazy if you went out and picked up leaves and wrote on them and the kids practiced writing and spelling these words? I believe that would be a great idea. And then they have to sort them and put them in the bags and play the game. It would be just fine. I think it's always fun to take it up a notch and hide the leaves. And so I've got the shredded paper, and let's say you even have something larger that you could hide leaves in. Especially with preschoolers, they like to dig through stuff, dig through macaroni or dig through sand and try to find the different leaves, and then they have to find the word on the line with a clip, and they have to clip it together. Yeah, that'd be a great way to introduce this to an early reader or a pre-reader. And so you could bury them in things like this stuffing here. Maybe packing peanuts, that would work out really good too. So they have to dig through here and find the leaves and then match them up, or put them in the right sack so that they're sorted correctly. And then you can look through there and make sure we all have it correct. Playing games like this is a lot of fun, and it helps them learn the books of the Bible instead of just practicing it by saying it out loud. Let's go ahead and play some games and enjoy it. So I encourage you to try to make some of these as soon as you can and start playing in the leaves. Hey, I've also got a great game at Mr. Mark's classroom called Digging in the Word, and it actually is 2 of these, and they're upside down. One's upside down and one's straight on because it's saddles. What I mean by that is you turn a table over on its side and you set this on it, and it just saddles on both sides. No tape. Isn't that great? And then you use a little Post-it note to put in the squares, and it could be the books of Old Testament law, or it could be the words to a verse in the Bible. And the kids take turns calling out little spots like D5, and you would have to try to find it and see if there's something there. Well, you keep calling back and forth, just like in Battleship, until you've collected them all. Well, you can get a set of these or even a classroom set, and they're fun to play, and they're really big games, so that really helps in your classroom that even having teams would work well. Well, you can check out all the resources that we have in our store. I even have free resources under the resource tab, and the podcast tab is where you can see and hear all of the great interviews and teaching that I've done, and all of that is free, so I want you to take advantage of it. Let others know so that they can sign up for Mr. Mark's Classroom and get all these great ideas.